happening? Good day, good day. Why does my camera look like that? Wow, what is going on with the camera? Let me get this camera straight, y'all. Because we can't be looking like that. Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to my channel. This is Dr. Eve here on Living Well is a Lifestyle blog. And we are excited to be talking to you about what's happening here on the homestead. As my title says, orange or orange juice, and why you should be planting citrus. You guys, I had been doing some local research, and what that simply is I am assigned to some studies right now to study agriculture and vegetables to help the community to learn how to thrive and in the right way. Public health, y'all. So I did some work yesterday, and I want to just share with you all. First of all, answer the question: why orange or orange juice? And I think most of you are probably going to get the right answer, but I'm gonna dive right in. Your answer is the orange, the entire whole orange. And the reason why is because when you eat fruit in its whole state, you get the fiber from that fruit. You get, and what does fiber do? Fiber makes you full, right? And you get to chew it, which metabolizes, right? Which starts the metabolizing process. And you get a low sugar spike because you're eating it in its natural state. Now, when you're eating or drinking orange juice essentially you get no fiber. You can often overconsume because you don't know the calorie intake because you're drinking instead of eating. And three, you get an instant sugar spike. Instant sugar spike. So I want to be clear about that because I want us to be doing better this year. Y'all, it is not as warm as it was yesterday, so I'm not going to stay out here too long. But I did want to share that bit of information with you all because I want you guys to begin thinking about how you're going to plant some citrus. I have a mandarin orange tree on my homestead. I've got up to 72 fruit bearing trees and shrubs in my on the homestead. And one of those is, ooh, that looks bad in there, is oops, the mandarin orange. Now, last year the mandarin orange got caught by the freeze. It came back though. And so I am expecting this year to get some beautiful fruit off of this tree. It is small, but I am already seeing the possibilities because it is absolutely beautiful. So I wanted to share it with you. And this is why we should be growing our own, because yes, you should be eating the whole fruit and not the juice, because the juice spikes your blood sugar. And one of the things here on this channel is what we're talking about is keeping our ALCs, our AC1s in the right numbers in the right place, keeping omitting hypertensive events. It's heart disease month, and how does it all? Everything's interrelated. All of these things are interrelated, and one thing leads to the other, right? And it all starts with what we put in our mouths. So I want to just make sure that I share that information that's directly from the research. And if you want to see that research, I will add that to this video in the description so you can see that body of research. It's a meta-analysis that was completed. And it talks about, the importance of eating fruit and vegetables in a raw state, in its full state, right? And why. And I totally agree. As someone who has been experiencing, hypertension, and now I am controlling that through knowledge, because what? Knowledge is power. Not just that, but we perish for the lack thereof, right? And so on my channel, I combined my professional My professional research as a researcher, as a PhD in the agricultural space, by doing the research and sharing with you all, different things about how we can take control of our health, how we can take control of our health through homesteading, through gardening. I don't care what that looks like to you. You can start right where you are, and that is the goal, is that we snatch back our health and that we understand what the impact of what is the impact of what we eat, right? So here is my citrus tree. I wanted to show you all that. So this is my mandarin orange, and she has come back to not full height, but she's come back to good size, and she is doing well, and she survived the frost this year. And so I'm super excited. I gave her some water down there yesterday because it was nice and warm. I'm going to give her some, she's not yellowing, so she's nice and green. And I mean, she beat the weather. She beat the weather this year. You hear me? Because we had frost and everything out here. But I'm super excited. So, on another note, I shared with you all yesterday some things that I was going to be doing on the homestead, because I'm picking three or four things a day, because you can get overwhelmed on the homestead. As a researcher, I have to spend time in admin, I have to spend time in research, I have to spend time in papers, I have to spend time writing, I have to spend reading, writing, and delivering, research to the general public. But I also am, alongside that, I am a practitioner. So I practice what I research as well. So that is the difference between what I do and maybe others do, because I do this because I am responsible for leaving a body of work behind. As a researcher, as a PhD, our job is to leave is to contribute to the field. By contributing to the field, I'm not just a homesteader, but I'm a writer, I'm a researcher, I publish, right? So those things are really, really important. So yesterday I told y'all I was going to build a new box, a new planter box, and I did it. I did it, and I'm super excited. So there was three things that I was going to, three, maybe four things I was going to do, and I'm going to share those things with you today. So here's the planter box. This is the planter box. I finished it, and y'all, I put this together in probably about 20 minutes, 20 minutes tops. I've put in my short, I showed y'all the dimensions. I get a 2x4 cut into four 11-inch sizes, and I use the one panel, fence panel, and I cut that into three 2 feet section, 2 feet in size, and this is a 6 foot side. So you got a 2x6 by 11 inches, and that's how I built it. And I got it cut. The 4 by, I got those cut at Lowe's because I just didn't feel like bringing out my saw. But at any rate, just wanted to show y'all that I got it done. The other thing that I wanted to show you that we were going to work on was the asparagus bed. So today it's going to go back down in some cold temperatures this tonight. So I'm going to cover things back up because things are so beautiful and I don't want them. I want to keep them that way. But it's warming up a little bit right here in this area, so it feels good. So I put some mulch. I put some compost on my asparagus bed. Look at my asparagus bed, y'all. Listen, when the asparagus starts popping through, you can say Happy New Year, okay? Because that is the first sign of spring is going to be the asparagus, okay? This is our asparagus bed, and we did not pull any asparagus the first year. It's in a beautiful bed. What you do with asparagus is you cut the fern down and you put it back into the bed. And so I came and I put some compost on the bed, and then I put some mulch straw on the bed too, because we're still protecting it from the cold weather, right? Because we do not want to leave our compost or our grounds uncovered. That is why I use a lot of mulch in my garden, okay? Because I don't leave. I'm creating what you call back to Eden, okay? So there's two more things I want to show you. But before we do that, y'all get into these vegetables. Ain't they pretty? Ain't they pretty? Y'all look over there. Just get into it, okay? They are just gorgeous. Look at that cabbage back there. Some of the prettiest cabbage, y'all. Look at this. This is such a beautiful cabbage right here. Look at that. They are absolute. Hey, dig for life. Dig for health. Dig for health. This is another one, okay? So everything is looking good out here, and I want to show you two more things that we were vying to get done yesterday. And one of the things I noticed yesterday when I was filming with you all was that my banana tree was leaning over, and I was like, well, wait a minute, what's going on with that? So what happened was the banana was it's hollow. It really got touched by the frost. So it got touched by the frost, and so it's not gonna make it. I'm gonna redo this entire area right here. There was a canopy right here. There was a canopy. Hey, dig for hell. There was a canopy right here. I had a tent canopy. So I took it down. I took it down, and I'm gonna redo this area. I think I'm gonna put a greenhouse here, right here in this area, because this is a blackberry patch. This is grapevine. We're gonna be putting that, installing some new beams for that. But as you notice, it fell because it got hit. The base of it got hit. I don't know how this one's gonna do because I can. It's still feeling like it's got something going on, but I don't know. It may have been big enough to protect itself. I'm just not sure. But at any rate, it is. It came down. So I dug out. I'm digging out this whole area. I took down the canopy that was over here, and we're going to dig it out, and I'm going to put another greenhouse here. I also took out two of the grapevines, the muscadines. I have two more to go that I'm going to take out, and I'm going to show you where I put them. So remember I told you I built an arbor. So this is the arbor, right? This is the arbor that I built so that my grapevines can have a place to crawl, right? They can crawl and they can bloom. And so what I did was I put one of them right here in the ground. It's in the ground and connecting with the soil. And I put another one right here, and it's also connecting with the ground. And as you can see, it has vines that are already running across. So this entire arbor, as it is right now, is going to have grapes coming across it. As a matter of fact, this one has, I'm getting ready to put another post here because this one has even more vines growing out, and it's just going to continue to grow. It will continue to grow once it starts to bloom. It's going to grow by leaps and bounds. And so this last area, so when it warms up, because I'm not going to be doing a lot until it stops getting cold, because I don't want to be out here in Jack Frost. But I'm going to cover the garden up tonight because we're supposed to get down in the freezing temperatures tonight. So that's what we're going to do. And over there, I'm going to put, like I said, I'm going to put another greenhouse. I decided I'm going to put another greenhouse there. That'll be a great place for one, because I need more green space, more greenhouse space. So I'm excited about that. And I left my greenhouse open last night, and it looks like it got a little cold in there, but everything in there likes the cold weather, so I'm not worried. Yeah, I I know I got a lot of work to do, but I got a lot of work done. Um, so because that grapevine was the hardest. That was the thing I needed to, because the putting the box together was like that. Once you know the dimensions, that's real easy to do. But I'm gonna cover these. Covering them is not hard because everything has a trellis. I have the trellises. I'm just gonna cover them back up, put my little prongs in there, and be done with it. So it won't be too bad. It won't be too bad. Yeah. So, but everything looks good. I'm super excited. The mobile, like I said, everything bounced back. We're gonna cover it back up and let it be. We're gonna have few more cold days, weeks even. Um, but I am hoping for beauty in the garden. a lot of beauty in the garden this spring, and it's already here. So it's not like I'll just be doing little things, daily tasks and plants and flowers and maybe fertilizing. I won't be working hard, and that was my goal, is to get this thing together, this urban homestead together, so I am not working hard all the time. I would be working smarter. So yeah, so I'm super excited about my planner box. Yes to the planner box. Yes to the arbor. Yes to the planner box. Yes to the asparagus bed. And yes to all these beautiful green vegetables that are just thriving. And I'm super excited. So I'm going to not stay long. I'm going to go ahead and knock these chores out because the temperatures are probably going to continue to drop at this point. So I'm going to go get my gloves and get this work done and cover it back up so I can get back in the house. Okay, and so because we're going to keep her covered for the weekend because it's supposed to get down to zero. I mean, not zero, but freezing temperatures, below freezing. Hey, babe, this week. So, huh?
I said, what is voted?
It's voting for what?
County commissioner, sheriff.
Oh, I ain't know nothing about that. Y'all better keep staying and know I ain't know nothing about that. I better get out here and vote. Okay. Y'all go be blessed, okay? And don't forget your local politics because your local politics can make or break your community, okay? All right, y'all. Now go on and have the most amazing day. And whatever you do, don't let nothing get in the way of who you are and what God has called you to do, okay? And so bye for now. Until next time. Bye for now.